You have to pull your pants down in front of someone, so you want to be comfortable with the person that you're waxing with. So
I personally feel that hard wax is not as painful as soft wax.
Right.
Like the butt is my favorite because I know it's ending. Like
the butt is my favorite because when it's all done,
yeah,
it feels like you feel the difference in that. And
there's a Brazilian reason to get waxed. Babes. Hi guys, welcome back to GypsyintheCity TV. So today I have a very special guest with me. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know that last week I got a Brazilian done, and I was telling you guys about my Brazilian spot, and you guys had a lot of questions. And the thing I've noticed is that a lot of people are very curious about Brazilian. They're curious about waxing, but they don't really have the nerve to ask it. So today I wanted to do a video with Monique, who's the owner of Brazilian Babes, where I get waxed. And I wanted to ask her some of your questions in regards to waxing. What are the benefits of it? Soft wax versus hard wax. We're gonna answer all of that. So let's get started.
thanks for having me. I'm Monique. I'm from Harlem, and I own Brazilian Babes. And it's in Harlem. I'm an esthetician. I've been in skincare for about 12 years, and I've been waxing specifically in skincare for 6 years.
What made you want to start your own business? Because that's really important. She has her own business.
Yeah.
Y'all, she's a minority, she's a woman-owned business. You know how I feel about supporting women-owned business.
Right. So what made me start was really I was popular for waxing. I had a following, thank God. I was popular, and people wanted me to wax them specifically. And at the company I was working for, it was a little unfair for some of the other girls. So my time was up, and people were coming to me personally like, I need you to do this, you know, because I don't really like the way it feels. It is intimidating. You have to pull your pants down in front of someone, so you want to be comfortable with the person that you're waxing with. So of course I couldn't turn them away. So I was from Harlem, the service is needed up here, and it just made sense for me to open. I just kind of stumbled over this place on Craigslist, and I just fixed it up.
And how long has your business been open now?
Now 2 years. 2 years and counting, and I want to open up. I'm working on a second location now.
Yes, and how I met Monique, by the way, is I went to get my hair blown out at Dream Dry, and the girl who blew my hair was her friend, and she was like, my friend just opened up her own wax spa, you should go check her out. And I love the way that she blew out my hair, so I was like, if she's recommending me her, then she must be good. And then I came to see her after I had a really terrible waxing accident, which I'll do another video about.
Which a lot of people have.
Yes, and then ever since then, this is where I've been coming. I love Monique. And now let's get into the questions about waxing. But why is waxing good for you?
Well, waxing is good for you because it removes your hair safely. The wax that we use is a hard wax. It adheres to the top layer of your hair, and then it pulls out of your skin instead of it pulling on your skin. So waxing is good for that reason. Also because it doesn't break the hair with the hard wax that we use. When you have hair breakage, it causes like breakouts and ingrowns. It also makes the hair really tough if it breaks. So with the hard wax, again, the wax takes off and it makes the hair grow back in a lot thinner and softer. So you want to make sure that you're using the right wax, that whoever you're going to is using a wax that is good for your hair type, because you want to make the process easier as you go, and you want to make sure your skin is not becoming sensitive to the wax. Like shaving, the razor going against your skin and going against your skin makes your skin even more thin than the skin in that area already is, and it makes it sore. So even if you don't see yourself cut with a razor, it's still cutting off layers of your skin.
So now that we're speaking about razors, talk about shaving. And a lot of people, most women shave. They shave down there, they shave their bikini line. Let's talk about shaving.
Right. So shaving, of course, is fast, and it's a less expensive way of removing the hair. However, it comes with a cost for your skincare because the razors are razoring on top of your skin, and it's making it sensitive. Also, it's breaking off the hair. It's making the hair tougher. You're not only getting like thin skin, you're getting cut. You're getting razor bumps. You're getting thick hair growth when it's growing back. So it doesn't make it easier going forward, and it only lasts about what, 3 to 4 days.
Exactly, and then you have to shave all over.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't even make sense to really do it.
Shaving versus waxing. What are the pros? What are the cons?
Waxing costs more. that's one con. The pros are with waxing, it's way more better for your skin. It's just healthier for your skin. It lasts longer. So you want to have something that you don't have to maintain every other day. With waxing lasts at least 4 to 5 weeks. Some people say 3 to 4, depending on the wax technique, depending on the wax. It can last any time before, let's say 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, soft wax versus hard wax.
Soft wax versus hard wax. Soft wax is something that's like a honey wax. So one thing
you get your eyebrows done, that's soft
and
wax.
they use the Muslim strip. A pro to hard wax compared to soft wax is hard wax stays on that top level of your hair. The hair sitting here. Soft wax will seep all the way down to your skin. So it's easier for you to get burned. It's easier to rip off your skin. Some people, I get stories about it ripping off your skin. The hard wax is not even really touching your skin. For you to be able to rip somebody's skin off with hard wax is almost impossible unless you're like putting it on too hot and ripping it really hard. But the hard wax doesn't, you don't need to do that with the hard wax, so that wouldn't happen. Also, the soft wax can take off your hair anyway, meaning it doesn't come all the way out all the time, so it can break the hair just like the razor can, and you can get ingrowns. With the hard wax, if you don't pull it opposite direction of the hair growth, it won't come out. Great thing. Yes, you'll still have hair there, you have to go back over it. However, it's not going to break the hair to make the hair hard and tough and create ingrowns. So hard wax prevents ingrowns, makes the hair thinner and softer. Soft wax can easily burn the skin, can take the skin off, will break the hair off, and anything else they use, it can do to your skin that's like harmful.
And I personally feel that hard wax is not as painful as soft wax.
Right.
In my opinion, I just feel like the soft wax hurts more, and then especially if they don't know what they're doing or they have to go over the area again, that burns your skin, which is what happened to me before I met Monique.
Right.
And I just prefer hard wax so much more to soft waxing. And then hard wax versus sugar waxing. A lot of people are sugar waxing now. You can do it yourself at home or you can get a service done. What do you see are the benefits or the pros and the cons?
Well, with sugar waxing, again, like it's similar to the soft wax to me. Like it still breaks off the hair. You don't want to do anything to remove the hair that's just going to break off the hair. You want to take it all the way out. So with sugaring, I don't even hear about it as much as I will hear about soft wax and hard wax. But from sugaring, it's just not, it's not going to thin out the hair like a hard wax would. It's still the same difference as a soft wax and a hard wax.
And now that we've explained to you guys the waxing and we've talked about the actual process of that, we're going to talk about prep. How to prep for waxing, because a lot of you guys are curious. A lot of you guys have never done it before.
Right.
A lot of you guys have probably heard horror stories, so we're going to break it down for you. First, we're going to discuss popular waxing areas, which are
Brazilian, of course, that's the bikini.
And Brazilian,
area.
Explain to them.
So the Brazilian in different places in different salons could be different things. For us, in majority of salons, Brazilian is everything you want off in the front of the vagina area and the butt strip. Not the butt cheeks, but the butt strip. Now, you can do anything to that Brazilian. You can make a landing strip, you can do a triangle. Some people call it like a French Brazilian or something like that.
What is a French Brazilian?
A French Brazilian is usually like leaving the front, which we call a deep bikini.
Okay.
But really, you can leave the front and not take off the butt strip.
Okay.
For us, anytime you touch the butt strip, it's a Brazilian. Yeah, and you just get a style in the front.
Okay.
So you can get it like that. Or bikini line. Some people like bikini lines that's just outside the panty line. That's good for someone that's scared, that's nervous about getting the butts. Yeah. And then as you go, you can ease into more and more. I tell people to do that all the time. And then another popular service is eyebrows. Eyebrows are so important for people. A lot of people like threading, but they also, sometimes the threading hurts a lot. So they want the wax. And with the hard wax, on the face, it's way more gentle for sensitive skin.
Yeah.
So eyebrows is popular.
Underarms, I know.
Underarms, oh yeah, how can I forget that? Underarms are so popular. Underarms are great because no woman I know wants underarm hair.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and underarms last for about 2 weeks. It doesn't hurt that much. It's one new strip, and then we do a touch-up strip, which touch-ups are usually we go after just one time, and it removes anything that was left behind, which doesn't hurt at all, and it lasts for 2 weeks, and it makes that hair thinner and softer. So when your hair grows back under your arms, it's not even as noticeable as it was when it was growing back before, and it lasts long.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about the waxing process, and we're gonna share tips for first timers. So if I were to come in here, I've never got waxed before, walk me through my first Brazilian experience.
Okay, walking up to the front desk, of course, we have our receptionist, and I'll show you everything on the menu that you can get that's concerning whatever service you would like. We also, when we take you to the back, you'll meet one of our estheticians. She'll take you to the back. She'll explain to you how to set yourself up in a room, and then you will lie on the table with your head on the pillow. You will take off, if you're getting a Brazilian, for example, everything from the waist below. Take it off, put it on the side, and then we'll start from there. We have a prep when we're in the room where we clean the area. We put a primer on the area, which a primer helps to protect the wax from your skin, and then we'll put a powder. The powder helps to absorb moisture and oil. So with the hard wax, if it's oil or moisture there, the wax will just turn into a ball. It won't lie on the hair. So we remove, we kind of take all the body oils with the powder, and then we put the wax down.
Okay, and so after you put the wax down, how does it go? You go strip by strip?
So we go strip by strip. I like to, and I train my girls to do, if you're doing one strip on one side, you're doing another strip on the other side. Just in case you don't want to do it anymore, you come out even. You're not like leaving like with a new style, like halfway, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to keep everything I'm doing on one side, I follow on the next side, just to keep it even.
Okay, and what do you like, personally from experience or from your clients, what area do you feel like hurts the most? Like the lip area or the upper area?
It's always either the labia,
okay,
the two lips, or the top part.
Yeah.
So it's either or. No one ever says they're equally the same. It's either like, oh my God, the bottom hurts so much, which I think is kind of mental too, because that's the softest part. And some people say the top, because sometimes when you shave, we focus on that part the most. So we're shaving that part the most, because that's what you can see.
Yeah.
And then the bottom is, you know, it's scary to shave the bottom. So I feel like the top is probably the hardest. The bottom is just something that's psychological.
Yeah, and the butt, when you get to the butt, you're like, we're in the home stretch.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
like, we're good. Like, the butt is my favorite because I know it's ending. Like,
The butt is my favorite because when it's all done,
yeah,
it feels like you feel the difference in that. And not that I grow a lot of hair in my butt, but it's like the part that you never noticed you had hair in.
that is so true.
Yes. So when you wipe or when you're in the shower, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is complete.
Yes.
When people are just doing the front, I'm kind of like, no, please do the whole thing.
Trust me.
Yeah, it's like the best part. So
yes, trust us on this. So tips for first timers, like share. I want all the tips.
Yes.
Like they need to know.
I love to do this part because when people walk in, they feel like they're ready mentally, but we don't know if they're physically ready. And that's something that a lot of people, you'll waste your time coming if you don't follow the tips to follow up to what you need done before you get a wax. Like making sure you don't shave for at least 2 weeks.
So how long does the hair have to
Like
be?
the inch, like a grain of rice,
Okay.
like an inch and a half, something small but long enough for us to grab.
Okay, so like a grain of rice.
Yeah, like a grain of rice. Also exfoliating. You want to make sure you're exfoliating because when you're shaving, a lot of times you develop dry skin, and the dry skin is piled up on top of the hair. So if we wax, that first strip is going to take off the dry skin.
Okay.
And then we'll have to go back over it. And you want to have the minimal amount of strips possible so you don't have a reaction or just be irritated to anything, because it's still something pulling against your hair. Your hair's still coming out of your skin.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you first not shave for 1 to 2 weeks, and then you want to make sure you exfoliate.
And exfoliating at home. I know
Yes.
you have mentioned like
Yes, exfoliating. You can use anything with micro beads. You can use, I like to use bar soaps that have like sulfate free. So
Monique, one of the big reasons why I come to see you obviously is because you're a woman of color, and I feel like as women of color we have different needs, especially the way our hair grows, all about that. So can you talk a little bit about that, because I know that's a hot topic for people because everybody's hair grows different. Our hair is a little thicker, it's a little different.
Right. So with waxing, I feel like it's all about the pull with the different types of hair. So it's all about the pull. So with our hair, people think that you need to be more rough, but no, it's all about strategizing how to lay that wax and how big the wax strip should be. So then that comes into play with the experience or the knowledge of the esthetician and what they should be doing. With different hair types, it's just how you apply the wax, how much wax you apply, and how you pull the wax. All wax can be used for all skin types. I feel like with hard wax, it's the safest because works the same depending on how you treat the skin. That's why it's really important to go to estheticians. Make sure you know who's waxing you and what their background of service is and how long they've been doing it, because the more new the waxer is, she might not have the experience that somebody else have had. I've waxed all different types of hair, so I've learned that my technique to make it easier and give the best skincare service for a client is just depending on their wax, their hair. That's how I depend on like how much wax I pick up, how I pull the strip, and all of that stuff that comes with it.
And you can tell because like when I wax with Monique, she has like her little tips and tricks. Like it doesn't hurt. Like when she pulls on the skin, she puts pressure on it. You don't feel the pain. Like there's little tips and tricks. And the oil that you use to remember the oil.
Yes, that's the finished oil. It's always good to keep your skin moisturized, especially after a wax. Even when you go home, like, or put some lotion on, do something, like not in a bikini area, but whatever you have that's safe for that area, put it on there, because your skin can get really dry from your hair removal. So you want to keep your skin moisturized. Also, that makes your hair, that makes it easier for them to rip your skin when your hair's really dry.
Okay, so are there any specific oils that you recommend for that?
You know what? Anything almond oil. A lot of people love coconut oil. See, for drier skin, I still love things like cocoa butter. I still need, I like Aveeno. I have eczema and my skin is so dry and I'm the most sensitive person ever. So things that are, that don't just sit on top of the skin, that can penetrate in the skin.
Lastly, ingrown hairs, because I know this is something that troubles everybody. How to talk a little bit about that.
So once you exfoliate, that helps to prevent you from having ingrown hairs. Making sure you stay away from sulfates, that prevents you from having ingrown hairs. Waxing consistently, make sure you do that every 4 weeks. That prevents you from having ingrown hairs. And some people are prone to ingrown hairs. You can use products after your wax. Sometimes a great product that a lot of my clients like is Prince Rains. Prince Rains is really good because it's aloe and it helps to treat the skin to prevent it from having ingrown hairs. I think it also has salicylic acid, which is a mild exfoliating type of ingredient that helps to prevent you from having ingrown hairs. What we're using now that a lot of our ethnic clients love is PFB. PFB is really good. It also helps to lighten. So many people ask me about lightening for scarring. Scarring. So it has a agent in it that helps with lightening the skin and not lightening with the bleach, because bleach is not good for skin. Also, the FDA hasn't approved that bleach doesn't cause like liver problems and stuff like that. So you want to stay the hydroquinone that you're seeing in the products. Usually over the counter is only 2%. Estheticians can use 3, doctors can use 4. But if it's something over that, usually it has to be prescribed. However, you want to stay away from and stuff like that. If you're not using a sunscreen, it can make the scar darker and it just makes the skin really sensitive too. So you want to stay away from that. But ingrown hairs, you can treat it after, you can treat it during, and you just want to keep yourself moisturized and you want to make sure that you're exfoliated.
Monique, thank you so much for answering all of our questions. Tell us where we can find you on social media. Where's the store located? How can, if you guys want to get a Brazilian, how can we?
Okay, so we're located in Harlem on 135th Street. We're really convenient. We're in the middle of Central Harlem, in the middle of everything. Our hours are really convenient as well. On Fridays, we stay open to midnight. We do something called Midnight Moscato. So it kind of calms you down. You're not like getting drunk before a wax, so it doesn't make you sensitive. But it's just a chill night, and we stay open to midnight. So that's good for a lot of people that are really.
If your boo calls you at 11 and you need to take care of something, you can come to Monique.
Yeah, if your boo calls you at 11, you can come see us, and you can tell your boo to get you a package, because we have package deals, which help you save money and you get free waxing that way. We have a 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month. Also, your first visit, you get a complimentary underarm wax or lip wax with it. And that's pretty much it. If they want to call us, I like to answer questions for people all the time, especially if they're nervous or they're just interested in finding a great place to go. We are really a great place to go. All of the waxers and estheticians are trained by me, and they are licensed estheticians, everyone here. All of them know all great things about skincare, even their own little personal tips that they have that they offer their clients. So we are a great place to go to. And if you can't come here, just go somewhere that's convenient to you. Make sure you do your research and make sure you go somewhere that you can consistently go to, because you don't want to start waxing and then stop. It defeats the purpose. You want to be consistent. So that's just basically everything that helps give you the best wax.
Yes, and if you guys are curious to try waxing, get your first Brazilian, come see Monique, come to Brazilian Babes, mention Gypsy, and you get $10 off your first Brazilian wax. So Monique, what is this? Monique?
Jasmine. It's not our main service, but it's one of our main services. It made us really, really popular when we opened. We use actual Swarovski crystals to put on the vagina area. But you can do it in other places too, like the back of your spine. It lasts from 2 days to 2 weeks.
Yes. We
use a glue that is sensitive, that is gentle for the most sensitive skin. It stays with water pressure and sweat, and it helps to just glam up your body parts.
Yeah, so if you want to get your bae's name for his birthday,
yes, a girl that I do for her wedding.
Oh, that's
cute. That was cute, right? A girl for her prom, she did down the back and then down the middle of her spine. A girl was going away, she did a body chain.
Yeah.
So it's so many cute things you could do with it. Like, keep in mind.
Guys, come see Monique. There's a Brazilian reason to get waxed. Babes. I asked a few of you guys on Snapchat to send me any questions that you may have for Monique, and we did get 2 really good questions that we're going to answer really quickly before we really end this video. And those questions were, the first one was, if you haven't waxed in a minute, should you trim or shave prior to coming back to start getting waxed again?
No. The answer is no. You shouldn't. Sometimes you do need to trim, but it's best for the professional to tell you how much to trim. So since I don't really like my girls to trim, we'll allow you to trim here. But it's good because you don't know how much hair you really need, and sometimes enough hair for us is too much hair for you. So it's best for us to see the length of it. And your hair, actually your skin is a lot thicker since you haven't been shaving or nearing or doing whatever to remove your hair. So it's kind of better. It makes it easier for your first wax.
You see, I probably would have shaved, but that's good to know because I would have been like too embarrassed to come up in here with a bush, and you know.
And we would have sent you back home for 2 weeks.
Right, like you gotta come back. And the second question was, how much do you guys charge for Brazilian, and do you guys offer any numbing cream or ointment to lessen the pain of waxing?
We don't offer numbing cream because of our technique in the wax that we use. It makes it a lot easier. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, your first time ever getting a wax, about a 7.
Yeah.
Coming back goes down to a 5, maybe like a 3, and that's when I call you a pro.
Yes.
And the wax is $60. Your first visit, you get a complimentary underarm wax, a lip wax with it, or we offer you $10.
Yes, don't forget to use the code GYPSY for $10 off your first Brazilian girl, and your man will thank me later, okay?
Outside and everything.
Yes.
The guys see me outside and they're always like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm like, oh God, please don't say it.
Listen, it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. People always ask like, why would people get that? Or why? It feels different to men. Some men tell me that during sex it feels different. It just looks different. It's just better.
And when you go to the beach and you can stunt in your bikini, you don't have to worry about the best
hair or hair bumps or anything like that. It's so much better. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Like Monique said, if you have any questions, feel free to call her. She can answer your questions for you, or leave your comments down below. Maybe we'll do a part 2 answering some more personal questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.